That's all I'm saying.
My goodness.
But that fucking ride video, that shit hard.
Bruh, it was.
And that was where she
hard.
peaked at. And then she did. Ain't
It's
nobody
not.
love you like the little bow wow. And she's 6'1" dating a 5'2" nigga.
And then it was over with.
then she moved on to a 5'9" quarterback.
So there are actors, like, speaking of, like, so celebrities
We
don't,
got way off topic.
they incorporate actors and actresses too. You have some actresses that play some very morally challenging roles. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they get into character. So do you think an actor is pretending, or do you think an actor is really that?
When they on set.
An actor's always pretending.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Even though they're embracing that role, that's not who they are. So they have to be pretending.
Again, so that brings us back to the question. If you as a person can act like a child molester, but you see that on TV, because they have movies that portray things like people doing that. They get into that mindset and they actually do those things on camera, right? For the depiction of a film. They get in that role and they do that thing. If in your mind, from a morality purpose, do you separate that as a person who's acting, so it doesn't matter, like they're pretending? So I can separate them actually not doing that in real life.
Everybody looks confused, but this is the most. I understand everything, and I've never heard that point before. She flipped the fuck out of that shit. I respect it.
That's different from somebody acting
I
and
fuck
actually
with that.
doing
I
it.
really fuck with that.
No. I get what she's saying.
Okay,
explain.
I fuck with that.
Because what she's saying is that entertainer is not really that person. They're acting. You appreciate it. You might hate the actor in real life, but you appreciate the work that they're doing on the screen.
What's the dude from Power?
So you appreciate the artist for the art that they put out, but you don't.
But that doesn't apply to R. Kelly.
No, it's the same.
It's
I
the
guess
flip side.
I get, but I guess my mind is wired in because we were talking about. I think we were talking about R.
She
Kelly.
shifted gears on
No,
you.
she shifted gears way. And I've never heard that.
And I agree with that. Like
shifted
someone
gears, he
that
didn't
acts
keep
it
up.
and presents that part, okay, cool. But we were talking about separating someone from what they did or what they are accused of or whatever happened in their life to their music.
So
like,
one person got
flipped it.
legally done, and the
flipped
other person just did it for pretend.
She flipped it the
right,
other.
but we never clarified.
No.
We never clarified. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, we did.
What she did
missed
was
it.
the way I asked the question, she flipped the question to reverse.
Right, but but you can't ask a question and then flip the other side of it.
No, because
You
that's
can,
the
but-
retrospect of it.
Yeah.
But why give the retrospect to something that I asked you a direct question? Why give the retrospect of it? So now it throws me off. Like, what the fuck you really believe in?
It comes from
No,
wait,
hold on.
wait.
Hold on.
He's trying to figure out how.
No, because he didn't keep up because I was like, how are you defending? I told her, wait. Clarify yourself so nobody think you're defending R. Kelly. That's what I said. So her explanation just now was the retrospect of her viewpoint of me thinking, how can you support this nigga music when you know he's a fucking pedophile?
Right.
But her point is, I can separate knowing that he's acting. I can appreciate the entertainment and still hate this motherfucker.
Right. So
That's what she was saying.
I agree,
right.
but he's not acting.
No. I'm
He's
saying
entertained.
I can enjoy his music.
You know,
Right.
Yeah, I can enjoy his music.
Don't worry about it.
Right, but I can hate his
No,
music.
but because you could, it's funny because in Black Klansman, what's the dude? I like the actor too, the white dude, and he was like, "You spear checker fuck nigger," and he did the fuck, and I was looking at that line like,
but he was so nice
That's
and
all,
like.
that's all Tarantino movies too, though.
And then and Tarantino movies like Leonardo DiCaprio, my
had issues,
niggas, the niggas, and they said nigga 600 times in Django. But and so it is like,
But none of those dudes, but none
Leonardo
of them are
DiCaprio.
walking around down the street acting that same role and saying nigger.
No, but that's up for debate. But the reality,
There's no proof to it. There's no image of it. There's no. You don't see that. We saw what the fuck happened. And again, my review of R. Kelly, I can separate. Even if he fucking did this shit, I can separate the two. I like his fucking music. What he did personally, I ain't got shit to do with that.
Even if
I ain't got shit to do with the fuck he did personally. His fucking music is his music. That shit is, you can't deny his fucking music. You can't deny the hits that he made. The as long as he's been in the industry.
But
nobody's doing it. Everybody's just
the
saying
same thing.
No, but everybody. I think
No,
he has good
some
music.
people don't fucking support any of that shit because of what he did.
But that's different.
Supporting it and proclaiming him as the GOAT is two different.
No, some people don't even fucking do that. They take the whole title away from him because the nigga's a pedophile.
He is. You do get your title taken away because you're a pedophile. Like you part of your motivation. Part of your motivation writing songs was.
Then you gotta take away the Beatles and Elvis. Then you gotta take away the Beatles and Elvis Presley.
It really makes me sad.
Why you gotta take away the Beatles though?
Because the niggas with the Beatles was wifing chicks up at 15 and 14 just as well. Elvis Presley was married to a fucking 13-year-old.
So there's a lot of things.
Like there's
imperfect people. I understand.
But that's the point that I'm making though. Like if you want to sit here and tarnish a whole man's legacy because of what he did personally, okay, cool. Well, let's take it fucking back and tarnish everyone else's shit.
That's a fair statement.
Yeah,
so
it's facts.
I want to say two things.
Uh-huh.
First thing is I understand your perspective.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I was just trying to explain to you her perspective because I understand her perspective too.
But to me, it's still not acting though. That's what he actually did. I get the acting part.
I'm not trying to convince you anymore. I'm just telling you. I understand your perspective.
Right. I got you.
And I'm trying to explain.
I'm gonna drink my wine.
I'm trying to explain to you why I understand her perspective. Two. I agree with you that all them motherfuckers, the Beatles, Elvis, R. Kelly, whoever else dated a nigga, 13-year-old chick when they was fucking full of those. Just like the post I posted today. Fucking rappers be on there talking about fucking college chicks. Nigga, you're 37.
Listen, I will say this. There are definitely not condoning it, but I from a psychological standpoint, I know guys, but from a psychological standpoint, like I know people who have lots and lots of money. Mm-hmm. And the maturity in the way that they operate is on a total different scale because they have way more freedoms in who they are and can discover that really early. So it's like 15-year-old chicks who are celebrities' kids, who have a certain high level awareness of self. They drinking alcohol. They've already experienced sex. Like they are moving and navigating in
light speed
in levels of maturity that an average 15-year-old you would be like, she's gullible.
You don't even have access to that.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, you shouldn't even see her in that light. But there are some 15-year-olds who are a lot like grown ass women. So you meet people on different levels in different ways in life. Now, legally, the law describes what that is, but not every culture applies that particular mindset, which is for me why I don't judge. Because it used to be that when a woman, like when women and men became of age to do that threshold used to be really, really, really low. And some people still believe that to this day, that after a certain time, that's not 18, that a person can make that decision for themselves.
Right.
So, I mean, legally, yes, in the United States of America, you should definitely not, but I'm just saying it happens because, right, if you understand different frequencies and maturity levels, the shit is just a little different sometimes.
Yeah, but
I'm just saying.
I get it, but no, don't do it. Just leave people.
Not in this country anyway.
But can you separate the two?
No,
I get that.
I think there's a lot of imperfect people.
Leave the pee-pee pussy alone.
Yeah.
The pussy?
The pee-pee pussy.
Yeah, don't even do it.
With the little penis. Anyway, there's a lot of imperfect people throughout history. And I guess it makes it complicated because there was a time that it
was exciting.
with the Beatles and when you start talking about Beatles,
it was a different
Elvis,
lifestyle.
But it was a different lifestyle. And so would I condone it now? No. But if I was born in 1925 and
people still cursing Bill Cosby.
That's what I'm saying. At times it's indicative of what that
what they was doing back then.
I think what's
now he's a rapist.
Well, yeah. I mean, society is very selective about how we like
stuff doesn't age well. Stuff that you did back then, it doesn't age well.
Y'all are making a great point because you know what I was gonna actually get into, and I almost forgot, was that white people. We're gonna get there. I mean, we're gonna go there.
We should.
White people are a lot more redeemable. Like you don't hear white people be like, why the fuck do y'all still support the Steelers and Big Ben?
Yes,
After
I
he
agree
went
with
through
that.
his shit, it was like, all right, you did whatever you had to do, your time, or you did your community service,
Vic-
whatever.
Vic still
and it was
paying for
over.
his shit.
For black people, and I'm not, and let's
Vic
clarify.
still
Let me
paying for
turn
his
this
shit.
fucking mic up for you motherfuckers out there. R. Kelly deserves life in fucking prison or the election chair, so fuck the nigga. But what I'm saying is, for black people, it's different. It's like, oh, mistake. Now you should be deemed for life. I seen people like, oh, I'm glad Kobe did because
Yeah.
he raped somebody.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And he did
Exactly.
this, and it was like, well, damn. How about like him supporting the WNBA? How about him
But they play
always
that-
putting women's sports first?
They play that on a media sense for black and white people in general, because every time you see a black man or a black person criminalized for anything, this man never paid his child support. He was a
it's other
scumbag.
shit.
He was this. He
And
was
they
that.
always put
But
the
as
low shot.
right, but as soon as a white person does it, he was a veteran of the United States Army. He served
Absolutely.
our country well. So we're getting fed this propaganda over and over to where it literally spills over into it hurting us in our economic dollars.
And that's
as well,
what the
too.
Me Too movement was about. The Me Too movement was like,
What?
yes, it was absolutely. It was. Let's go get R. Kelly.
It went like this.
Circle.
It went.
Yeah, it did.
Circle.
It did. It did. Let's
I was
go
about
get.
to talk about the coaches getting fired
Look,
in
you
the
talking
NFL, about the
I was
white
gonna go
coaches and the
somewhere
black
else.
coaches,
They said part ways.
part ways, but old buddy got fired.
Yep, I remember that.
But this nigga,
Yeah, absolutely. It was, let's go after R. Kelly. Let's go after Bill Cosby. Let's go after these niggas. And they went full fledged. And them niggas absolutely should have went after.
What about Weinstein?
But Harvey Weinstein, it was like, well,
They kind of
well, go get the other white man from Seventh Heaven. What? That never. And so that was my issue.
I ain't hear shit about them.
And so
Even the-
I'm absolutely saying that people who, if you commit those crimes, especially against women, because that shit ain't cool if you motherfucking decide to rape a woman, if you decide to motherfucking rape a kid, like, you are a fucking scumbag, and you kind of aren't redeemable. But
we seen that now with the capital shit.
but I
black and
just don't
white,
want to see white people
Oh, they arresting them.
be redeemable.
Yeah, but they're protesters.
Yeah, they relish
They're
in that.
protesters.
That's what
Well,
what
FBI don't
everything
give
is
a fuck about
built
that
on.
shit.
They're
But the media puts it out there
it's-
as
it's-
I agree with what you're saying.
it's the
That-
media said.
either way, them motherfuckers is fucked.
FBI don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah,
shit.
they don't.
FBI
Yeah,
gonna get them.
yeah,
motherfuckers.
but publicly, the media, protesters, fucking
And
hoodlums.
guess what happened?
One of
Guess
these
what
houses is
happened?
about to die, FYI.
Guess what? So, but the also the thing is, when they get in trouble, all they have to do is say, "Hey, I found Jesus," and then it's over.
Yeah, like that nigga that raped him, that kid out in Cali, he got like 6 months probation, but the nigga from Tennessee got like 2 years in prison.
And
for
the thing
rape,
is,
same charge.
we're not asking for the nigga to get the 6 months. We want the nigga to get to however many the
Right.
white dude
Just
got.
as long as he-
I want him to get this. I want both of them to be on the same level. And
Right.
so, like,
Equality and
that's
justice.
that's the issue, I guess, when we start talking about entertainment, because it's fucked up. Because all right, we can go back and somebody gonna find me one day and be like, "Man, remember that time you fucked over my sister?" Yeah, nigga, fuck you. But
Yeah,
like,
true that.
like you
You gotta
can
think
go
about
back
yourself.
in everybody's past and say, "I don't like what he did to this,"
Mm-hmm.
and it could be personal, it could be something that's public or whatever the case may be, and you can go tit for tat all day with it, right? But I just don't. I guess my issue when we talk about entertainment is that it's fucked up because I just don't like seeing black people get demonized for life.
Yeah, I agree.
For certain things, like Eric Bieniemy, the coach from the Kansas City, some white dude on Twitter the other day, yesterday said, and they posted an article. It was like he got
I saw you going back and forth with that
DUI.
Yeah.
He got a DUI one time. That's why he ain't no coach. And it's like,
But here's the thing.
damn nigga, I've seen white people kill 3 fucking people
Yeah.
in a car accident and get off.
Everybody breaks the law in some way, shape, or form, but we all have a perception of what is morally fucked up if you break the law and what is deemed as, that ain't too bad.
No,
and
that's based on your skin tone.
But
That's what
I'm
I'm
saying everybody has a different level of what that means. So you may have somebody who, like Mike Vick, You may have somebody like Mike Vick who fought dogs, and literally white people be like, or different. I'm not gonna say just white people, but the majority be like, oh my God.
That's
We fucking hate
that's
you.
on him for life.
Right,
That's
you know
on
what I'm
him for
saying?
life.
Like, right, it's
sport
unredeemable.
him.
However, when it's the flip side, when it's something else, then it's like, oh, that's not that.
Even
bad.
even a
The
step
sport,
further,
man.
we don't even have to be as black folk. We don't even have to be convicted.
Right.
If you are accused,
Right.
That shit's remember when Birth of a Nation was about
I
to come
was
out.
damn. I knew you was about to go
And
there.
fucking Nate Parker and all that shit. All of a sudden, all this shit. Nate Parker been in I don't know how many movies between college and the time Birth of a Nation was
Now
about
he
to
ain't
come
shit.
out.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, he ain't shit because he was accused and not convicted or something. Now, admittedly, when all the shit started coming out, the nigga handled the shit horribly. But it shouldn't have been as big of an issue as it was because he wasn't convicted of the shit. He was tried and went to
Then
court.
you got white people as well too. Well, I ain't just saying white.
But now
I
they
gotta
still
get out of
fuck
that.
with
You have to if you gonna be in that type of world and do shit like that, you gotta have PR. Cause they the ones who clean that shit up.
Right.
It ain't like that
Yeah,
it's
Nate
not
did not listen to
done,
them.
but they clean it up.
did not
So
listen
you
to
know
them.
what I'm
So he
saying?
probably went
Like,
rogue.
Nate was- yeah, Nate was
Like,
like,
I ain't do this shit.
bruh,
You
like-
paid us
That
for
shit
this.
wouldn't have mattered any fucking way. But I get the point.
yeah, I mean, you got people who have other people sign
There's
full
been some
NDAs.
bad white PR that
Like,
they still get out of shit.
Donald
Can't
Trump.
do that.
That nigga broke pussy on. He said he did it. He motherfucking.
He got a whole rap
25
song
rape
about it.
allegations. Paid the porn star off, and still gets considered as a Christian president. Amazing.
Amazing.
White
And that my people is
America.
Caucasian.
That's America. Is what that shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to the son of Billy Graham.
And
You know what I'm saying?
that-
For still supporting Trump.
And on that, really.
He's still supporting Trump even right now.
Exactly.
And on that, we're gonna end it. Again, Will, we appreciate you coming, man.
Stupid.
Yeah,
you
Will,
gotta show us
thank
that one.
you.
This one dead in the
Thank
motherfucker.
you. Now I can really talk shit to you on the platform. Be like, let me come for his ass.
Oh, come for me, beloved. Come for me.
I
ready.
hate that
Love, peace, and
fucking
happiness.
word. Bye, guys.
Niggas.